Graded stakes racing continues from Gulfstream Park. Let's take a look at the Grade 3 Hals Hope race as we have a ton of entries all day on Saturday at Gulfstream Park, as this will be one of the last biggest cards until possibly mid-May, maybe even early June when the NYRA gets back to racing. Starting at the rail, we've got Harvey Wallbanger, and this horse is kind of interesting. He's popped a couple of times now at a price, almost 50 to 1 last year at Gulfstream, and then in his most recent race he popped again at 15.5 to 1. He's 2 for 4 lifetime at Gulfstream. It seems like when he gets that rail trip and kind of everything falls into his place, he gets a little bit of a fast pace or maybe some horses dueling on the front end. He does have a little bit of talent, and so he could just be kind of turning the corner and getting good again. I think Harvey Wallbanger is the type of horse you have to use. Bodie Express, disappointed the last time out, but he was facing the classy Mr. Freeze, who's definitely a step above these type of horses. And I think Bodie Express is getting ready to cycle into a good front-running effort again. I think if he can save ground at the rail, he'll have a chance to maybe upset here at a little bit of a price. You're to blame. His last big victory was at Gulfstream Park. He's 2 for 3 at Gulfstream Park. He's been losing recently 16 length and 14 length losses, but he has faced some classy horses the last couple of times out. Now he faces a field that he fits right in the wheelhouse here, a grade 3, kind of a listed stakes type horse. He is a closer on his. Seems like when he runs in higher class races, he tends to be a closer. And I think when he runs in lower class races, he tends to be more up on that pace. And with John Velasquez, I think he'll get a good trip here. I think You're to Blame is definitely one you can take a look at on the bottom half of Exactas. Identifier seems a little bit outclassed in this spot here. He is 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 6 starts at Gulfstream. But I don't really see the advantage here. He's going to have to chase a few more horses early on. He's outside of some of the other speed, and I think there's some better closers in a spot like this. I think Identifier is going to be a little outclassed. Just Whistle, kind of, again, another horse who has some talent. He's kind of like Harvey Wallbanger. He does have a win over Gulfstream Park. Last time out, he was actually bet down against Harvey Wallbanger. That was his first start since July. I think he can possibly turn the tables. I think he'll improve second out, and Manny Frankel rides this time around. American Tattoo was bet down again to 6 to 1 in the last race. That was on the turf in a grade 3. Now he goes back to dirt. His 2 wins recently have been more closer to the pace, but I think he faces other speed in Bodie Express and better closers. I think American Tattoo is probably going to be a little bit of an underlay. Eye of a Jedi, another one who is doing his best running on as a pace presser. He's got to face some other pace pressers in this spot. He's one I'll kind of fade in this position. Sir Anthony, a big win last year at Gulfstream Park, 1 for 3. Florent Giroux, every once in a while he gets aggressive with some of his rides, so I think he can kind of lay back and make a run here with Sir Anthony. Realm is another one that's kind of an in and outer. He's 0 for 7 at Gulfstream Park, 2 wins and 3 thirds. 4 for 31 lifetime. He doesn't win too often, but he does have some races. The Suburban Handicap last year where he chased a fast pace. Also a stretch running win in the Alydar Stakes at Saratoga a couple of years back. Paco Lopez rides. That's a big jockey switch. He rides well at Gulfstream Park. So Realm, definitely one of those, a 7-year-old now. He is a possible upsetter. This is the type of horse that's been nibbling, maybe a second or third, but definitely a chance to close out the field. We'll take a horse, another one on the outside here. Prompt goes for Bill Mott, 3 for 13 lifetimes. Ran in the Challenger Stakes. Trophy Chaser and King for a Day really separated from the field that time. They did not back up down the stretch. I think if you get a few more horses backing up, Prompt could maybe close in to what could be a little bit of a hot pace. I'm going to lean towards Realm and Bodie Express. I think Harvey Wallbanger also is coming into form. I think You're to Blame might be a little bit of an underlay, and also a horse that I'm fading is American Tattoo. You may want to take a second look at Just Whistle. He does have some races that puts him right in the mix here. Who do you like in the Hals Hope? Leave a comment below. Remember, we've got previews up for the Florida Derby Grade 1, also the Gulfstream Park Oaks, as it's a big card on Saturday. Hit subscribe. Who will be our 500th subscriber? It could be you. Share this video with all your horse racing fans. Take care. Stay safe. We're going to race you into the 2020 graded stake schedule.